And hello and good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisi, and there you are, and here I am. And today, on Sword and Sorcery Sunday, we are doing Lord of the Rings Online. I keep forgetting to update my tracker. Let's get that going here while I'm getting everything set up. So I hope everyone is doing well today. I'm having a pretty good day. A little tired, but doing well. Hey, Willy Billy Silly, good seeing you, my friend. And good seeing you, too. We are currently working toward the Battle of Helm's Deep. We are currently in King's Fold. We are attempting to find several of the missing lords of the King's Fold, and we found one of them at the tail end of last session. But there was a character play. There was some session play as to how I'd find out what had happened to him prior to us finding him. So we're going to go ahead and start off by doing that. Also, if there are any events that you would like for me to promote on my stream, please send me an email at talisian@gmail.com with the subject line LOTRO events. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and post down below the information and I will gladly share it with my regular streamers. And, or even better, follow the link down below to my Discord server, where we talk about not only Lord of the Rings Online, but we talk about Last Epoch, which is just getting ready to start Season 4, Path of Exile, which just started their season, Diablo 4, which just started their season, as well as other games as well. So please, come join me on there and we can talk and kibitz and get everything going. We are currently, the 18th anniversary gift is still available for those who've not collected it. And we are also in the middle of LI Reward Track Season 17. And I have some unclaimed rewards. Oh, and I did get it. Yes, I did. I earned the incomparable Cofter of the Wild Pasture Weapon Aura. We'll go ahead and claim those real quick here. Let's take a look at that one. That one I'm very curious about. Ooh. Let's go ahead and equip it real quick here. We'll equip it on my bow. By the way, one of the things that I've noticed, as far as weapon auras and stuff go, you use your wardrobe in order to equip them. Like, for instance, I'm going to go ahead and add the Wild Pasture Weapon Aura to my server wardrobe, and there it is. Let's see. There it is, Wild Pasture Weapon Aura. But also, one of the things that you want to do is you want to go ahead and have, as long as you've got a weapon aura equipped in these slots here, I've just got other ones here, but it doesn't matter what you have, because each cosmetic outfit has a weapon aura attached to it. And what you do is you go ahead and, as long as there's a weapon aura equipped in your equipment, you can go to your cosmetic outfits and equip any weapon aura you want. And I've got, as you can see, I have several of them here. And you can go ahead then and equip it and it'll show up. So let's go ahead and take that pasture weapon aura and equip it to my bow. And you can see now my bow turned green. And it has like little leaves dripping off of it, which I think is a nice touch. So that's how you equip the weapon auras. And Willy Billy, in order to answer your question, you claim the weapon anniversary. It should show up for characters once you've hit your 18th year, and actually have had an active account for 18 years. I don't even have an active account for 18 years, by the way. But it'll show up when you start a new character. It'll give you everything available, or on the anniversary of your account, it will go ahead and give you the next one that you're available for. It should automatically do that. There is no claim function, as far as I'm aware of, in the LOTRO client. I think they should add it and have all the accounts there, like, for instance, EverQuest 2 does. But they don't have one here for that. So that's how you go ahead and claim your 18th anniversary gift if you haven't gotten it. You actually have to have an account that's 18 years old. I think I'm 16 technically, because there was a couple of years that I wasn't an active player. And let's see here. Oh, every day is a hobbit's birthday. And we are the fortunate ones to get the presents. And it looks like I have a gold one available. And something else that I just found out recently, in the gold presents, you can get mithril coins. So let's see what we get today. For the silver, 100 Virtue XP and another scroll of max morale and power, which increases your max morale and your max power by 5%. Can come in very handy. And for the gold present, we get 400 Virtue XP, and a rare crafting component ×5 selection box. Select a stack of 5 rare crafting components, crafting tiers 2 through tier 14. Very, very nice. Got somebody else there on my screen. Let me go ahead and move them out of the way. Let's go ahead and just start going through stuff here. Let's add those rewards really quick. Go into my shared storage. Let's see, that is Ancient Script, we'll use that. Runes, we'll use those. Another Embellished Cloth for Ancient Script, we'll use that. And then we'll just go ahead and put that into I'll just put that under, I don't have a crafting window. And I can put it under the mats right there. As you can see, I've got a couple of them that I'm just sitting on whenever I need them. And we'll go ahead and take that rare die one and we'll put that in my personal storage because that one should not go into the, because I think it's bound to my character. Yes, well, it's bound to account, so I can go ahead and just put it in the regular, but I'll put it in mine because I've got room there. So wardrobe and throw it there. Okay, there we go. All cleaned up and all taken care of. So, as I mentioned, we're currently preparing for the Battle of Helm's Deep. In order to do so, we needed to find the 3 horse lords of Kingsfold, and we found one of them. We found Elfhelm a little while ago. And 1 second, please. Okay. And in order to find out what happened that got him to this point, we have a little bit of a session play. And you can tell session play by, if you look up here, you'll see the ring, which is in this kind of a star formation. That shows that there's a session play that he has. Howdy, Destiscardo. Good seeing you, my friend. So this shows that there's a session play, and this session play is going to concern how he got to where he was, what basically had happened. So we're going to go ahead and start that session play. Elfhelm recalls his struggle with Grimbold at the end of the second battle for the Fords of Isen. So we'll go ahead and enter session play, and we'll do that. As soon as it loads, of course. There we go.
Following the death of Theodred, the servants of the White Hand launch a second attack upon Elfhelm and Grimbold at the Fords of Isen.
One other thing, too, that I like to do is, I gotta remember the commands for it. Here we go. It is UI, layout, load, and in my case, it's my character name. And what it does is it goes ahead, that way I have my same layout, the way I like everything. And these are different quests that I have that I'll just go ahead and accept them real quick so I can get them off the screen. Not gonna matter. I just don't like that icon on there. There we go. But as you can see, by doing that, I went ahead and saved my layout and I went ahead and copied it over. It doesn't copy over your text boxes and such, but it does give you the same layout with your bar at the top, if you've got that, your map wherever you have it, and so forth. So that's how I like to have everything set up. So there we go. Now let me take a look at my abilities here real quick. I have a Sword Sweep. I have full Rohan, which is a powerful sword strike. I have 1 determined healing ability, and I have another damaging attack. Okay, just wanted to see what abilities I have. Okay, so we need to approach the fort, because this is the second battle for the Ford of Isen, and this is how the Horse Lords got separated, and we're going to find out what happened. You return to the fords from pursuing a band of Uruks to no avail and find a scene of utter chaos and despair. See if any of the fallen soldiers live. That man draws no breath. No. And there's one right there. Unfortunately, ask the dying soldier what happened while you were gone, and that's this soldier up here.
My lord Elfheim.
You asked the dying man what had happened here.
Erkenbrand rode south to cut off the enemy, but the enemy cut him off instead, and then they came. A great host. They kept coming. Hardly anyone is left. Grimbold alone stands his ground. He cannot last long without aid.
So now I need to defeat enemies at the ford in order to help Grimbold hold the ford. I thought this was going to be quick, but I'm not doing that much damage from the looks of this. Luckily that has a fast heal. I have a fast heal, so it's just a matter of time just wearing them down. But they've got... Looks like he's got a bunch of defenses. Can't fight him off. Maybe I can get this to London. There we go. Well, I don't really do a whole lot of damage. I don't have any weapons I can equip either. This is just what I do. There we go, that was a good hit. Still, doing 600 points to a creature that has 11,000 is really just kind of a... There we go. I got one good solid hit on him. Excuse me. Try to avoid those captains since they take forever to kill. There we go, that's the 10th enemy. Now you find Grimbold among the chaos. It looks like he's over this way. There he is. It is clear that the battle has taken a dire turn. There's no hope.
What brings you to these lands?
Elfheim, you're back. Now we can give them a battle to remember. Erkenbrand has been cut off by the host that is upon the shore. Our men begin to dwindle, and the enemy grows in strength. How did Isengard raise such a fearsome horde? Come, Elfhelm, let us draw our swords together once more. We will not live to see the morrow, but our foes will be the weaker for it. Alright. No. Tell Grimbold that it is over.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
You do not mean to fight? His expression is devastated. You tell Grimbold the truth, that the battle is lost, and it is time to retreat to rally what little strength is left. Grimbold's voice is low when he next speaks. I'm here to defend the fords until my last breath, Elfhelm.
Warriors of Rohan, hear me. Erkenbrand cannot reach us and our force is severed.
Elfhelm believes we should retreat, but we still can. If you wish to go with him and save your lives. But I will fight.
I will not abandon the fords.
I will avenge Theodred and hold shut the realm against our enemy until I can stand no longer.
Who will stand and fight with me?
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
Hey, Apu.
The Uruks have us nearly surrounded. There has been enough death today.
This soldier is unwilling to lay down his life for a lost cause. It looks like they're regrouping.
Will no one fight with me? Elfhelm, please.
Leave with the soldiers while there is still time. Grimbold will follow if he is wise. You should look back to see if Grimbold is following. He's not. He's still there. Beckon to Grimbold. Come! Grimbold stands dumbfounded at Theodid's grave, unmoving. And that's what happened. He didn't want to leave. I figured regrouping would probably be the best, it would be the wisest course of action in that case, I thought. But we will see. Hopefully he still lives. Hopefully we'll see him at the Battle of Helm's Deep when the time comes. Survivors from the fords. I must be off at once. If I am to find Erkenbrand in time, we must reach the Hornburg before the Uruks are done with it, on foot, but for Shadowfax and Elfhelm's reports are to believe. Farewell to you. I hope you'll be able to join me in my search for the Lords of the Westfold, when you are able. Alright. So now I need to bring the news of Grimbold to Hildreth. And that should be back at Grimslod. That the quest is... Oh, I need to assist Gandalf. I thought he had a mission for me. I guess not. Okay. So let's go ahead and... I am there at the campsite fire. Let me go ahead and memorize the campsite fire just in case I need it, if I have to warp back here and try to figure things out. So which way is the campsite fire? It is over here. There it is. Just in case I need to warp back here real quick, we'll go ahead and memorize the campsite fire. This way I can come back here again if I need to real quick using the ability Return to Camp. So now we will head back to Grimslod and we will let them know what happened, what we've learned about the Lord so far. I actually kind of like that new weapon aura. That's the green glow that you see on my bow is the new weapon aura. I actually earned level 25 on the reward track, so I was able to pick it up.
Saruman will pay for the crimes of the White Hand.
Hildreth is pale. She relay Elfheim's harsh account of Grimbald's failed decisions at the Fords of Isen. He wanted to stay because he had nothing to lose. I cursed my husband when he left, he who had always been kind to me. My poor husband must be suffering much, if he is still alive. First I withdrew my support, and then Elfheim followed in the heat of the battle. He was shattered. See, this is a new pocket item. Ooh. Finesse and critical. Yeah, that's the one we want. Dangerous mission.
War is upon us. Down with Isengard!
So, Elfheim rides to protect Erebus while my husband and Erkenbrand are nowhere to be found? Elfheim is a coward. It is the Westfold that needs his aid. And if it falls, there will be no Erebus. No matter. We have a prisoner to deal with. Perhaps he can tell us about Isengard's movements.
1,000 curses upon the orcs!
Unexpected compliance. I would ask that you go seek Grimbald now, but the half-orc drugged in by Hornburg is asking to speak with you. And only you. Will you treat with him before you leave? Or would know what these half-orcs are about? I do not like their presence so near Grimslod, with our defenses being what they are, and with war on the very horizon. Alright, I will go speak with this half-orc since he only wants to speak with me. See, it is 128 meters away. Looks like he's outside of the hall, back here somewhere. There must be a prison back here. I'm not here. Okay. Ah, up here. There it is. Yep, that's the door right there that I need. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to this half-orc and see what's going on. Well, doesn't he look like a friendly sort of fellow, huh?
Oh, hunter who beat me. Took you long enough, eh? Let me go. I'll see that no harm comes to this little rat hole of a town. What do you say, eh? I'll return to the others, tell them to move on, and we'll stay out of your hair, huh?
No. Bye.
Wait! Don't just go yet.
Prisoner anxiously calls you back.
Wait. What can I offer in exchange for my freedom?
You ask the half-orc why he is so eager to be let go.
No particular reason, but for the cruel Rohirrim who have bullied and starved me since I was put here. My boys have been doing some thieving, but I can make that stop. Just let me go.
The prisoner claims that the Rohirrim have mistreated him, yet there's a food dish right here. Scraps of recently eaten food are plainly visible on his plate, and he has a bed. The bedding is clean and better than what many prisoners would hope to receive, so no.
All right, you win. I'll tell you everything. Just please, let me go. They're coming soon. There will be fire and blood. They have torches. They will burn this town as they did all the others. I do not want to burn. Free me. I've told you all.
Half-orcs are coming to burn Grimslod. There is no time to lose. Goodbye. I need to warn the guard at the front gate and warn Fithrith. They're both standing at the front gate.
Do you bring provisions?
I'll get these arrows to the wall straight away, traveler. The archers of Grimslot will keep the torches at bay.
Invaders have wrought this misery upon us.
Half-orcs are coming with fire. We will be ready for them. Grimslot will not fall today.
Good. Now let me go ahead and let Hildrith know.
How could we possibly survive this?
You hastily tell Hildrith all that you heard, and you've already readied the men at the wall for the coming battle. If we live through this, remind me to change. I have some reflecting to do. Let us make ready. These half-orcs will not set Grimslade afire without a fight. And that is 50 quests in the Westfold. I am titled Hero of the Westfold, and I picked up some gold coin. What is this here? Yes. And I also picked up 5 LOTRO points. Good way to start the day.
1,000 curses upon the orcs.
The half-orcs are bold to attack the city where my husband is staying. The Helmingers are loyal to Grimbold and will fight to the death to keep Grimsloud's walls standing. Looks like this is going to be an instance. Let me get buffed up before we go. Don't know if I can save Grimslot, but I'm going to sure as hell give it a try. Let us head over to the gate. I will defend my husband's honor now, even if I did not do so before.
The half-orc prisoner, terrified of burning along with Grimslade, has disclosed a planned attack by the servants of Saruman.
Saruman will pay for the crimes of the White Hand.
Do we let the prisoner go free to keep his word and call off the attack? Or do we hold him here? Punish him. Fight. And if we die, let him die with us? I ask your permission to advise here, my lady. You may speak freely, Dunlop. How else can I hope to make amends for my earlier words? This prisoner is nothing to us in a jail cell. If he can stop the attack, we should let him try. I agree. Prisoner, you are free to go on the condition that you keep your word. Oathbreakers are not favored in life. Your punishment would be beyond anything we could inflict.
On my honor, I'll see that the attack is stopped. My boys will leave this forest swear it on my life.
War is upon us. Down with Isengard!
Let us convene at the gate. I want to see his safe departure myself. Guards, free this man at once and bring him to the gate.
At once, my lady.
How could we possibly survive this?
I like it not that Grimslade's fate hangs by the honor of a half-orc's oath. Go, half-orc, you are free. Call off your soldiers and fire and go where you will.
Thank you. I swear to repay your kindness.
Saruman will pay for the crimes of the White Hand.
And now, we wait, I suppose. We bolster our defenses somewhat, in case our friend decides not to keep his word. I cannot bring myself to go back inside just yet, and I feel much safer if you remain here with us. Let's see what happens. This waiting is most unnerving. I find myself reflecting upon my regrets.
Do not let your mind dwell there long, Lady Hildreth. I have served your husband and his father before him as counselor in the Grimslot. Never has Grimslot faced such dire times, and never has Rohirrim been so threatened. You are leading as Grimbold would, brave and just. Perhaps your words were once too harsh, but you are a worthy thane now. It may be so, Dunwood, but I cannot take back my last words to my husband. If he lives, he is abandoned and alone. It is my fault. So what do we do? No! Here we go. All right. Dower Hall. Ah, yes. That was the prisoner that we had captured, that we just spoke to. It was Dower Hall. Such a soft, foolish, and trusting lot can have no place in the new Rohan. O Rohan, governed by Saruman the Wise. We will slaughter the weak like lambs and burn their homes to ashes.
I do not regret my mercy nor my hope that you would be true to your word. You will be haunted forever by a broken orc, half-orc.
You ready, boys? Kill.
Ooh! They were ready.
I said kill them.
How about I kill you? And there's Helm right there.
We were on our way to Edoras as Gandalf bid, and we heard a commotion.
I hope we were not too late. We lost 4 good men. We would have been soon overrun.
I wronged your husband, Lady Hildreth, but I hope this rights things between myself and Grimbold.
His wife was wounded, and worst of all, I fear. I cursed him for leaving me in the eve of battle and told him I never wanted to lay eyes on him again.
There are no not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
I see. It would seem we have all abandoned him. Erkenbrand's host torn asunder by the Uruks. Prince Theoden's death in his arms. His home closed to him, his soldiers dead, and I, his fellow, leaving him alone where he stood.
Helm's face is grave as he meets Hildreth's eyes.
I must take my leave, my lady, for Gandalf bade me to protect Edoras for the king.
My poor husband, what have I done? Hildreth sighs deeply as she turns to Elfhelm. Good luck to you, Elfhelm. I will not forget what you have done this day. If I ever see Grimbold again, I will tell him of how your valor saved us all. Well, Grimslot has been saved. For now.
How could we possibly survive this?
We have done it. Now Grimbold will have a home to come back to, thanks to the treachery of the half-orcs. I thank you, my friend. I do not know what would have become to us without your steadfast aid. Ooh, I got an elegant cloak with the stone beams, a rustic cloak. Ooh. Yeah, I'm actually going to use Fizz Mastery and Crit Mastery. That's good. So we'll grab the rustic cloak with the stone beams. And that dinged me to level 97.
How could we possibly survive this?
Use the Shattered Lord. You have saved Grimbold's home from fire and foes, but I ask you to do one more favor in his name, since I am unworthy of your help. Will you tell him that his wife still loves him? His spirit is surely broken after losing everyone dear to him, and losing this war upon the enemy of the Ford of Isen. Please find him. Convince him that still has a life worth living. So now we head to the Fords of Isen. We'll see the aftermath of the battle. That's right. We'll just stay on the roads for this one. We'll try to make it quick. It's a long road to go. We've got about... Going straight overland would be about 2,000 meters away. It's going to be a little longer going by the road, but... I think it'll be a little safer. At least as long as I can use my mount. We'll be heading past Markton again. But we'll be scattered. I'm not going to go through the center of Martin. I'll go on the outside of it. Try to avoid anything that I can. Actually, I think my warhorse will be faster. Let's go ahead and use him. Come to think of it. go. But I don't think going through the center of Martin would be a wise idea, so we're going to go around it. Okay. Oh, there is a warband. Ooh. Can I do this warband? No, that is an elite warband. We are ignoring that bad boy. In fact, you can take a look. She's right there. She's got 363,000 hit points. So, yes, we are running. We are going to ignore her for the time being. Okay, let me take a look at where I need to go here real quick. Let me go ahead and remove that and get rid of it so it doesn't bother me. So, oh, no. I know what my limits are. Thank you very much, Willy Billy Silly. I know my limits. So here we are, we're at the Ford of Isen on the other side of Martin. New quest, Wild Men at the Fords. Invading Dunlendings can be found in their war camp overlooking the Fords of Isen in the Westfold, and I should defeat the Dunlending invaders. Oh, somebody... what happened, Apu? You were timed out. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can untime you real quick here. I don't know if I can. You're timed out for 30 seconds because you said too many caps. Too many caps. On the other side of this hill. Ah. Thank you, Billy. Yeah, if he was spamming emotes, yes, there is a limit. I do run my chat a little strict, and I do apologize in advance for that. I don't mean to do so, but I've had some unfortunate things happen. Alright, so let's see if I can find those Dunlenders. There we go. Probably over here is where their camp is. There it is. This looks like a Dunlending camp. Uruk-hai. It's okay. Some streamers I can't do many minutes at all, so I'm used to it. Okay. Hostages and heroes. And challenge the Uruks. I need to defeat the Uruk ward leader and defeat Uruk-hai atop the cliffs of the Ford of Isen. And I need to rescue some prisoners, too. And I picked up a new quest. Message to the White Hand and Masters of the Ford. Plant Rohirrim banners over the slain Uruks. And break the chains and free the prisoners. There's the war leader right there. We'll go ahead and defeat him. Bingo. Ooh. Shadowy. Figured the forces of Saruman would be hiding one of their own like that. There we go. 2 more tattered shadows. There we go. You have defeated the mighty Uruk ward leader. New upgraded pocket. And that's critical. Grab that. You defeated a number of Uruks at the Fords of Isen, but the true danger marches by the tens of thousands towards Helm's Deep.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
I still need to find 2 more groups of prisoners to free. There we go. There's the last one that I need to plant the banner for. You defeated a number of Uruks at the Fords of Isen and claimed their deaths with the proud banners of the Rohirrim. The forts will not be safe for foes while Rohan endures. And you have freed a number of soldiers from their bonds at Lufit Moss. Their outlooks are much brighter thanks to your heroic intervention. And I am now kindred to the Helmlingas. You may have not been born a Helming, but you are welcome wherever you go into the western Westmanet. And that united me 20 LOTRO points. Okay, now I need to find the... That's the other side of the hills where I need to go. That's where the Dunlendings are at their camp. And I think what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take advantage of that one buff that I got today, the scrolls of max power and morale. I went ahead and used one of those too. Need one more Dunlending right there. You've defeated a number of the Dunlendings at the Fords of Isen, but the true danger marches by the tens of thousands toward Helm's Deep. Alright, let's make our way to the river crossing and see if I can find Grimbold. We got an ad coming up in about $1.30 or so. So just be aware of it. Looks like we got some looters over here. Looters and defilers. Dunlending looters can be found rummaging around near the bodies of the fallen Rohirrim at the Fords of Isen. That should drive them off. Mournful, this one's gonna be fun.
Oh, God.
Right as I'm fighting a... Right as I'm fighting a mournful. Back off. Thank you. Back off. Got him. And I can't see a goddamn thing. I can't read the text right now. That is literally how blind I am without my glasses. Hey Siri. Set a timer for 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Thank you. And thank you, Willie. I appreciate it. I did get those 6 tattered shadows though, so I'm happy with that. Okay. Let's see what else I can do. And like I said, I can't read anything that's going on, so we'll see you guys on the flip. New quest, the soldiers of the second battle. The bodies of the Rohirrim soldiers litter the fords of the Isen. You should bury many of the soldiers, for they deserve a better passing than to rotting in the footprints of the enemy host. There's Grimslug, but I should go ahead and try to take care of some of these minor quests I've got first. That's an orc body. There's a Rohirrim body, but I can't bury it. There we go. You have driven off a number of the Dunlending looters for the sake of the fallen Rohirrim, the Fords of Isen. There we go. You've buried enough bodies for now, but sadly there will be many more before the night's through. All right. And that's my 5 minutes without my glasses. There we go. Oh, wow, I can actually see. I can't believe it. I can see. I can see. I can really see. Okay. Let's go and find Grimbold. I think he was back over here. There he is. And there's Gladsanu. Here lies Gladsanu, the Thane of Martin and beloved husband of Egelwin. Egelwin waited long for word of her beloved before she bravely led her people to the Helm's Deep in his place. A note lies clutched in his hand. To my dear wife Egelwin, I write this in great haste, for I am wounded. My leg is broken, and I cannot get up. My fellow soldiers lie dead around me, and I am sure my death will come soon, for it is only a matter of time until another horde of enemies pours through the ford. Do not be sad for me, my dear lady. I feel no pain when I think of you. I only hope against all hope that this letter may reach you some day. My only wish is that you be happy and brave, and that you survive. Our fair Rohan will prevail. I will not live to see it, but I know you will. Be safe. Care for the people of Martin. Gladsanu. And there he is. Oh, if he's alive.
Leave me to die, stranger. My prince lies here, and I cannot allow myself to live while the ford lies open to the likes of Saruman. Let them kill me here. The great host has already marched, but they are only the beginning. My death is here.
You urge Grimbold to rouse himself.
Why? Why should I? Nobody will stand with me. Everyone is retreated, and the enemy cannot be kept out. Nothing you say to me can save Rohan.
Grimbold has fallen into a deep gloom since the death of Prince Theodred, and deeper still when Helm and the Rohirrim abandoned him. He now awaits death as the last defender of the fords.
What brings you to these lands?
Leave me be and let the enemy come. Just let them come. I will fall here with Prince Theodred. I should have been the one to die, not him, for I had nothing to live for. This is where I belong. I have cheated death for too long. Just leave me alone. Tell Grimbold the story of Helm's regret. I have wronged your husband, Lady Hildreth, but I hope this rights things between myself and Grimbold. It would seem we've all but abandoned him. Grimbold is unmoved by your account. Tell him the story of Hildreth's regret. I find myself reflecting upon my regrets.
You are leading as Grimbold would, brave and just.
It may be so, Dunworth, but I cannot take back my last words to my husband. If he lives, he is abandoned and alone. It is my fault.
My Hildreth.
No, we will not do. Rohan will fall, and I will fall with it. Grimbold sits stubbornly, his eyes fixed upon the ground. So I will tell him the story of the king.
You thought I had remained in Methuselah, hunched like an old tree beneath the winter snow. So it was when you went to war, but a wind from the west has shaken the boughs.
Can it be true? The king himself has ridden to war? The king leaves his hall and rides to war? I feel as if I have slumbered for too long and woke to find the world wholly changed. I cannot save his son, but I will endeavor to keep my king from harm. The shadow of despair has been lifted from Grimbold's brow.
Our mission is dire.
My aging king can bring himself from a warm hearth and a soft chair, then I will not yet condemn Rohan as lost. I will fight for Theoden as I've always done. Erkenbrand, we must find him, for he had good soldiers with him before we were split asunder. Erkenbrand, he cannot be far. For Theoden! For Erkenbrand! Whoa. Hello, buddy.
There's grave danger ahead.
Will you
Grimbles
aid
has
the
stopped
Horse
short.
Lords?
His voice dropped to a whisper. Look out ahead. Do you see the size of that troll? We must try to take him down. I do not think we will die today. However, the odds may be against us. For Rohan! Bosnok is defeated. And here comes somebody on a white horse. It's Gandalf on Shadowfax. Oh, come on, talk. You guys need to talk or something. Oh, wait, there's Erkenbrand. Cool, we found Erkenbrand. Erkenbrand, Gandalf, how did we meet here? It would seem that we've all been looking for each other, Grimwald. Though I cannot fathom how we were so lucky as to arrive here at the same time. I suppose I had a little something to do with it as well. But come, you must listen. You have found Grimbold, and Erkenbrand has found us. This is an unexpected turn of fortune, indeed. I am sorry that your reunion must be swift, but we cannot tarry here, my friends. It is to the Hornburg that we must look. Erkenbrand, lead on. We will go to your encampment, where we must plan our next move at once. Erkenbrand's refuge, and I have found 9 points of infold in the Westfold. Rohan is the home to many great cities and settlements. Picked up a new title, the Explorer of the Westfold. And 30 marks. But no, doesn't look like I'll be getting any, oh, there we are. 5 more LOTRO points. I'll take those, thank you very much. Erkenbrand, Grimbold, and Dunhir. And Gandalf. I have found all of the missing horse lords. A little later than I would have liked, but I believe that this is the turn of events has been fortuitous. I do not think I would have been able to gather them all without you, Sir Chantra. I get a new weapon. 74.9 DPS. The hammer, vitality, agility, crit defense, and evade. Agility, vitality, finesse, and Fizz mastery. That's the one I want. I'll take the sharp Westfold dagger. And I get a level 86 uncommon tracery. That's good. Let me go through my inventory real quick because I have a bunch of stuff that I picked up recently, like this weapon, which will definitely help. It's a level 86 uncommon tracery. We'll just use it. That's the letter. That can go there. That is a scholar's case, which I do not need. Tailor's case, which I do need. Level 100 Aetherius Essence. We'll throw that down there. And I think we're going to go ahead and real quick, while I'm thinking about it, we're going to go ahead and upgrade my potions. We will go ahead and throw you two into the sell pile. Move all of you over. And we'll go ahead and put you there, and we will put you there. Let's see, that can come down here and be saved. 3 woodworkers, which we'll get rid of. That is an upgrade, which we will equip. Those can be burnt, and this can be thrown down here and saved as well for now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Sell all. Lock the bars. Close. 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 And we'll do that. There we go. Okay, now that I've taken care of all that stuff, let's go ahead and get back to Gandalf. To Helm's Deep. Let us all make for Helm's Deep at once. You must ride at once to aid the King Theoden. Shadowfik and I will go with Erkenbrand, Grimbold, and Dunher at whatever pace this army of foot soldiers can move. But hurry, do not miss the closing of Helm's Gate against the enemy, or you will be on the wrong side, and you will not survive the approach of the Horde. I need to speak with Erkenbrand before I leave.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Go well, friend hunter. If I had my horse, I would ride with you now, but it is not to be.
I hope to fight at your side one day. You are valiant to rally Grimbold from his despair. A true friend to Rohan.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
It felt good to grasp a sword again. Very good, very good.
I have you to thank for my reunion with my allies. With Erkenbrand at our helm, we will crash upon our foes as they fall upon Helm's Deep. Now I march, and I hope that I will fight alongside you once again. Good luck to you, my friend. Your deeds will be worthy of song this night. I know it. Now, I ride like toward the wind, toward Helm's Deep. Whoa! Ouch. That hurt. All right, let's prepare for the Battle of Helm's Deep. Wonder if I should put on my Hornburg armor.
We have need of you. There is still much to be done.
Shamtrantra, I have not thought to see you again. Hurry, friend, hurry. I must lock the gate at once, for our last scout says that the enemy is hot on your heels. From whence did you come? Nay, never mind. It must be a story for another time. Ride to the Hornburg. Offer your sword to Theoden. Amma and Deowine have a great deal to do to reinforce the guardhouse.
The tides of war bring you once again to the king's shore, my friend.
No, this time I will not take your weapons or keep you from seeing theater. Now I am pleased that you are here, and I hope that your skill in battle is as great as I am told. Deowine and I seek to reinforce the doors of this guardhouse, but it is hoped that the forces of Saruman do not get this far into the deep. Still, it is good to be prepared. You tell Hama of your meeting with Leofrith at Brockenbridge. The door ward sighs heavily. Thank you for the news of my father. He has been in poor health for many years, but I am glad to know that he thinks of his son from time to time. He is often in my thoughts. If there is some measure of glory to be had in the hours ahead, I hope it is my lot to make Leofrith proud. Confident nor without hope, but he seeks to make his father proud.
We must hope Saruman's armies do not breach the dike. These doors will not hold long.
We are trying to reinforce the doors, but there is not enough sturdy wood in the deep. Everything is either rotted or dry and old. But the wood will do us no good. We must hope that Gambling and the other soldiers are able to keep the armies of Saruman from breaching the dike, for these doors will not hold to keep them long. Hanma says I am wrong. I hope he is right. There's the Helmingas and the Erlingas quartermaster. There's the veteran of Helm's Deep quartermaster. Because you can pick up there's a lot of special currency. The Battle for Horn's Deep was actually the tail end of the Rohirrim, if I recall correctly. It was the end of the Rohirrim expansion. So they did a lot of stuff here. You can replay parts of the battles and earn more currency and get better items and stuff.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
And I think, yep, this is the milestone for Helm's Deep. We'll go ahead and pick this up right now. There we go. Right, I need to go up top the Deeping Wall. And I need to talk to Legolas.
Will you aid the Horse Lords? What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Pick up the guide to Evadim and Surakaira if I want the guides. But that's the one that takes you and your fellowship, but I don't need those. It is over there, that wall. Okay, so we gotta come up the other wall. Oh, that's something else I should check. Can I reforge my weaponry? Yes, I can. All tracery slots can be updated to level 190. So now I can give them. Now I can get them to go all the way up to level 190. I did pick up some. Excuse me. That is a rare. Let me double check my weapon real quick, see what I need to do. Everything is either legendary, incomparable. My barrage damage is rare, but everything else is either legendary or incomparable. So we can go ahead and get rid of these because I don't need them. can go ahead and get my weapon set up as much as I can. So I got stuff that's down as low as 126. Let's do melee attack skills with the rest. Alright, I'm out of runes again. Here we go. Alright, we need to climb up the deepening wall on my right-hand side, and we need to talk to... There we go. I think that's it. I need to talk to Legolas and Sigfrid atop that wall. Nope, they're up top this wall. Okay. There they are. Legolas waves a greeting as you approach.
You should ask the king if there is aught you can do.
We meet once more, my friend. If you seek battle, you have come to the right place. If you seek a good rest or peaceful quiet, you should leave this ravine at once. If the numbers reported by Theoden's scouts can be trusted, this entire gorge will be filled with orcs before the moon is down. From here, I will have a clear shot upon any foe that seeks to cross the flat plain before the deepening wall. Every arrow I loose will spell death for one of our enemies. But which will I first exhaust? My arrows or my foes? All of us will have a part to play during the coming night. Legolas fears he will run out of arrows before the battle is done. And Sigfrid?
These are the times that prove the strength of our hearts, are they not?
We are well met, my new friend. These are the times that prove the strength of our hearts, are they not? We are lucky to live in such times, for the opportunity to prove ourselves up to the task. Saruman's orcs will arrive at the dike, and if they are not defeated outright, they will push into the space before our walls. We will whittle down their numbers with arrows and with thrown spears, and they will shake their blades and gnash their teeth. And we have no choice but to turn away. The Hornburg has never been breached. It will not be breached tonight either.
Sigfrid is incredibly confident. Let's go ahead now and talk to Theoden and Eomer, because they are both here. Looks like they're inside the keep proper, so I just have to find the entrance to the keep. There they are. Oh, there's Eowyn, actually. I need to deliver the letter from Sununu.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
The grave of Gladsunu. You give Eowyn the news of her husband. Hand her the letter. I knew he was gone, my friend. At some point. I just knew. I do not know how. It is thanks to you that I was strong enough to face it rather than be paralyzed by fear. I will miss him more than anything, but at least now my grieving can begin, now that all hope of his return is truly gone. There is comfort in this letter, and I thank you for this gift.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
I have but one last favor to ask of you. I know the remainder of my people, and I did not part on the best of terms. I wish to know how Iglnath and the others fared when they went back to Martin. Will you search for them there? Be careful, my dear friend. The enemy is strong. I've walked completely around, but there's no way in. So let's see what I need to do here. Maybe it's over here. I do not know how to get into the main keep. Ah, right through here. Okay. At least I thought it was over here. Maybe I have to go up one more level? Yeah. There's a maelstrom of activity outside the walls of the Hornburg. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is offer my sword to King Theoden.
You have come to offer me your sword at this late hour? Good. I am glad. We can use the might of a hunter now more than ever. Are you ready for a war, my friend? The likes of which you have never seen?
New deed. Survivor the Long Night. I need to complete Epic Book 13, Chapter 4, Chapter 6, 7, 9, and 10 in order to beat this. I get the summons to the final stand, some runes, some marks, title, virtue experience, and increased reputation with the Helm. I'm going to go ahead and actually add that deed to... add that to tracker. So I can go ahead and make sure I get it completed.
This is where I will make my stand. Let Saruman's armies come.
Book 13, Chapter 1. The Lay of the Land. Welcome to the Hornburg. This is where I will make my stand. Let Saruman's armies come. They will break upon walls, and we will scatter them across the fields. There is no shortage of tasks to be done. The only thing we lack is time. The scouts tell me that Saruman's forces will be here before the moon is high. Theoden is confident the Hornburg will not be breached. There's Eomer, I need to talk to him. And Aragorn's here too. Well, that's good to know.
You ride a fast steed, my friend.
Were you able to help my sister? Were you able to be a help to my sister Eowyn? And how did you find my home of Altburg? Has our seal maintained the village as well as his father did? You give Eomer what tidings you can of the little time you both have to spare. I see. My uncle believes this battle will be over quickly, but I am not so certain. I hope he is right. There will be much work due to restore the Maw, even once the fighting is done. But first, we must survive the coming battle. Eomer is worried the battle will be neither easy nor quick.
My heart tells me that we are in for a long night.
I am glad to see you, my well-traveled friend. My heart tells me that we are in for a long night. The men of Rohan have sheltered in the Hornburg before, and its walls have never failed them. I've seen many points of weakness already, and we've only been here a short while. We must ensure this fortress does not fall. If Rohan falls, I fear the rest of Middle-earth will not stand long.
Weapons are in short supply.
Erkenbrand had a small amount for the garrison, but his men took most of the weapons and armor with them when they rode for the forts, and most of them have not returned. Theoden has called for the people of the Westfold to send as many iron goods as they can spare to the deep. It's not much. We may be able to fashion weapons and crude armor from these iron goods in the hours we have until the battle is joined. Search through one of the barrels of iron goods and sort its contents on the nearby mat. Any strong iron could be useful, but we need to know what we have available. Retrieve iron goods from a barrel near Aragorn outside the Keep of Hornburg. Use the mat near Aragorn to sort through the goods. With a third of the goods set out on the mat, you see a little use. With most of the goods, you still see little of use. With all of the goods, you see 1 or 2 usable pieces.
I have had an idea, friend.
While watching the men training, I realized something interesting. From a great distance, I could not tell if a man was training with a straw dummy, or his opponent was merely parrying his blows without a great deal of motion. If I, the keen eyes of my people, could not tell the difference, what would of Saruman's ill-bred minions make of it? That is an interesting thought. Trying to take care of my partner here real quick. There we go. I think we should carry some training dummies to the top of the wall. It will make our numbers seem greater, and any arrow wasted upon a dummy is one which could have struck a fighting man. That is a trade worth any amount of heavy lifting. You set the dummy atop the wall and hope it will draw fire away from the defenders.
That is a clever idea, if it proves successful.
Unless Saruman's armies turn aside for some reason, I cannot tell. They will arrive at the deep during the hours of darkness. You will not be able to tell the difference between these dummies and the defenders atop the wall until they get very near to the wall. And by then I will have claimed the lives of many orcs. I spoke for a time with your friend Corodan. I met his sister when we stayed at LOTRO. If Sigilith was here, with her deadly knives, the orcs would have a great deal to fear. I am wishing for her unlikely happenstance. Why not hope for the arrival of an army of our own kin? That would be a sight indeed. But they are far from here, and have their own concerns and their own lands to defend. The Rohirrim are on their own. They will have to make do with 3 elves, 1 dwarf, and 1 man. Speaking of Corodan, he wanted me to send you to him. He rode down to the dike and said he wished to see the approaching armies with his own eyes. Which is also a good, because I actually need to head over to Martin to search for those who decided to not go to... decided not to go to the Hornburg. So we'll talk to Corodan, and then we'll head to Martin and see if we can find those who chose not to follow Egelwin.
There you are, my friend. I am glad to see you before I leave.
I'm going to ride from the dike and see what I can tell of Saruman's forces. There may be some weakness in the ranks that we will be able to exploit. Until I see his armies on the march, all we have is rumor and fear. I will return before long and tell you what I have seen. Do not fear. I will return before the battle is joined, and perhaps with news that can help us. Stand strong and inspire the men of Rohan. I know you will not let them down.
Farmers of the Westfold have brought more iron goods for us.
We have been fortunate so far. Farmers of the Westfold have brought more iron goods for us to use. Carry one of those barrels of iron goods to your friend Aragorn outside the walls of the Hornburg. He's been sorting through the barrels for anything of use and prepping the defenses. And I will pick up that barrel once I head to Martin myself. So we're going to do that first, because I'm not that far away from Martin. Brash folly motivated this man to choose fighting for a lost home over his own life. This poor woman never had a chance. Her stubbornness led her to this fate. This lady was firm in her disagreement with Egwin's decision. Little did she know that it would end this way. Egwin evidently only wished to return to salvage his lost riches. Here they lie, untouched after his death. You discovered a bitter scene in Martin, the death of those who defied the wisdom of their Thane. Rather than help the few survivors reach Helm's Deep, they flocked proudly to their untimely deaths. Alright. Let's head back to Helm's Deep. There's nothing more I can do here. And I need to get to a place of safety, and I need to help my roommates take care of something very important real quick before we continue. So let me go ahead and get to a safe place. And then I will help them out. We'll get to the Hornburg gate, and then we'll go ahead and I'll take a break here real quick, and then I'll go ahead and help my roommates out, and then we'll go ahead and continue on. So I, ladies and gentlemen, will be back in just a few moments. I'll see you on the flip. There we go. All right. Well, wrong button. There we go. I'll get it right eventually. I'll get it right eventually. There we go. So, there's a barrel of iron goods. I have to do this. I have to carry it this way. I can't mount a horse because I'm carrying the barrel. That was why I went ahead and took care of that other quest first. No, I don't think this is the way. You set down the barrel of iron goods, and Aragorn nods gratefully.
Thank you for bringing this all the way up here.
I am glad more barrels of iron are coming into the deep, but there's no certainty that we'll be able to make use of their contents. It is worth the wager, however. I thank you for bringing this all the way here.
The next few hours will sorely test us all, but none more than the King of Rohan.
Book 13, Chapter 3. The Night Deepens. Aragorn speaks to you in hushed tones. The next few hours will sorely test us all, my friend, but none more than the King of Rohan. It will be Theoden's resolve as much as the strength of his fighting men that will govern our chances for survival. He will not speak plainly to me or to any of us on this matter. It is not his way, nor the way of most who rule. Find Gleowine and ask him what he makes of the king's mood and temperament. I cannot tell if the king is putting on a brave face, but Gleowine has served him for many years and will know better than I the truth of this. Last I saw the minstrel below us by a pile of straw near the western wall. Right. Now, you'll notice over here that the table says Helm's Deep after midnight. It is the way that the Helm's Deep section works is you go through each one in order. There's a time, they're time stamped, for the lack of a better term. And you finish one section of the battle, then you'll come back here, you'll do some turn in a few minor quests, and then you'll go ahead and use the map board, and that will send it to the next section, and then the next session, and so forth, through the night of Helm's Deep. So this map table here, this is after midnight, is the key. It's the kind of the focal point of how you'll go through the multiple stages of the Battle of Helm's Deep.
There is a map on the table over there. Will you show me how the battle will progress?
I saw the king not long ago, and he seems to be in fine spirits. He is not blind to the danger, but he does not ignore it either. His is not bravery without cause, but courage based on confidence in his men and his own strength. He sheltered too long in his own hall, and now that he emerges, he sees battle and he is ready for it. I do not think Aragorn should worry about my king. Theoden will surprise him when the battle is upon us. I speak of battle, but I am a minstrel and know little of strategy or tactics. You have seen more of war than I have, and this old man counts himself fortunate. And there is a map on the table over there. Will you show to me how the attack will progress while we wait? Interacting with the map table near Gleowine will allow time to pass. Action will resume after midnight when the battle is joined. And I do believe at this point, ladies and gentlemen, right before the big battle of Helm's Deep, my time has come to an end, so I think this is a good place to stop. Next session, tomorrow night at 4 p.m. Pacific on Twitch, we will do the Battle of Helm's Deep. Thank you for being here, Destiscardo, and thank you for everyone. Thank you, Apu and Destiscardo and Billy and everyone who's joined me. Join me tomorrow for the Battle of Helm's Deep, 4 p.m. Pacific on Twitch. Afterwards, it'll be on YouTube. Oh, let me see now where we are and who can join us. Let me go here and type in the magic words that let me know who else is streaming. Lariana, who I've gone ahead and dropped you off with before, is also streaming, so I'm going to go ahead and send you there. Just to let you know, Once you start, I'm going to actually go ahead and start it next session. I'm hoping to do the entire Battle of Helm's Deep, so I'm going to try to square away some extra time for a longer stream tomorrow if I need it. I plan to do it all at one sitting if I can. At least the main battle, and then worry about the after effects later on. That's my intention. But as I mentioned, Leyrana, he's a good man, so we'll go ahead and go for him. So again, tomorrow, the Battle of Helm's Deep. And until then, please stay safe, and I will see you all very, very soon, my friends.